Hello guys, this is Harendra and once again welcome to my channel and Swift tutorials. Today we'll learn how to implement the MapKit and Core location in our application. So we are going to create a new project and entering the project name. You can enter your Digit project name here. MapKit tutorials and select your team and your organization name and your organization identifier. That should be start from com dot your organization prefix and then your project name. Select your programming language. I'm selected the Swift here, and then select the directory where you want to save your project. Here is your project we have setting up. You can select from here the how you can manage your profiling from the Apple developer account. And for the MapKit you don't need to setting up your Apple developer account. You can test it on simulator and no need any physical device, but uh, I recommend you should always test your project on your physical devices. But simulator is a good place to test your project for the initial level and beginner level, and it's a very good tool to testing your apps. Select your device family. I'm selecting iPhone and universal for the iPhone and iPad both, and your deployment targets. So you can select your development target any you want to target your devices. I have selected the 10.0 because the most of the iOS devices are updated and now and working on the uh, 10.0. Here is the uh, MapKit reference on the Apple developer portal. You can read here the full documentation for the MapKit. You can check here the Apple documentation array, which are very pretty simple and very explained in. So you should first read this all documentation, not all, but you should go through it for your basic knowledge. You can check here MK coordinates region and what Apple MapKit API provides you. You have the all documentation here. It's a very good documentation for you. So it's my recommendation. So you should read this documentation first. This will help you to understand the how MapKit API works in iOS. This tutorial we will write in script programming language, and you can also do this in Objective-C. You can check here what MapView provides you, what it facilitate you. So now come back to our storyboard or in our project. Check here the wheel settings and wheel face, wheel resources tags. It's a general tab. So basically we need to wheel faces where you can import your uh, libraries. Just look into how this work. You need to import your MapKit framework. See here in the project navigator, here it's imported and added to your project. And now we also required a core location framework. A core location framework is required to initiate your device hardware to connect the GPS, so it can receive the GPS signal and notify devices about your current location and your lat long, so you can track your location, and you can get your current location with coordinates. Same thing you can also do in the capabilities. You can check here in the map sections. You can uh, turn on this, and this will be automatic link your MapKit framework. So you can do by the both things, by directly import from the uh, build phases, and from the capability in the max map sections. Now it's a place scheme, so I'm just adding a level here, so we can, when project is starting, so we can understand the where it loading the time, because there is no UI in our application, so it will be display a single white screen. So it's a basically uh, you can check the yes application is loaded, and here it is place, and then your view controller will be loaded. So this is uh, this is for to avoid the confusion between the your loading time between the your splash screen and your view controller. Now we are in our view controller, and we are adding uh, a MK map view, and simply just drag and drop feature. You can simply drag and drop into the your UI view controller, and setting with your auto layout constant. You can check here what kind of types you can select here. I have selected the standard, and also if you select the user location tab, your MapKit will directly fetch your user location without requiring the core locations delegate methods, because the MapKit also internally use the core location if you uh, selecting the user location feature on. This is very important, and this is very useful for the when you are running your project on the simulator. So this will simulate your location on the your Mac into the your simulator. So you can provide supplies your default locations here, and you can also add the GPX file here. I will show you later in this project how we can set our supply your custom locations in the app for their testing. So you can check here your map view is loaded on the your view controller. With the alt plus your mouse click right or left that you have selected, with alt plus your in my case I have selected the right key, alt plus mouse right key. You can zoom in and zoom out your map MK map view in simulator. Now you can check here your current location. This is your current location, and how this works. This work when you have selected the user location check mark in the storyboard. So it's a not wondering and how we are getting my current location on map view that we have already tested. And you can also check here the IV outlets I have added here. We have added a map instance for the MK map view. Yes, we are creating instance map for the map. I'm assuming you are already familiar with the IV outlets and actions, so I'm not going in the deeper. Here are the requesting authorization methods that I already put it here. and you can check here co-location and MapKit. These modules are already we have imported, and also you can check here delegate methods in the view control also added. For the MapKit we have added MK MapView delegate, yes, and for the co-location we have added CL co-location delegate. In case of MK MapKit only, we don't need the co-location. Yes, in case of co-location we don't need to import the your MapKit module. If you are not using map co-location, it works for the that I already advised you. This is only required for the getting your locations from your physical device to activate the hardware and communicate with the GPS device. And in case of the MapKit only, you do not need to import any co-location because MapKit default uses the co-location internally for getting your current locations. And what is special in our case? In our case, we are using MapKit and co-location both, so we need to import these both modules in our application. You can check here CL co-location delegate. Here the CL location manager. We have created an instance for the CL co-location delegate, and we are requesting for the access your location. This is very important, and we need to also edit access key, request authorization key from your plist, otherwise you will not able to receive the location from the GPS. I will show you in this video. Configure co-location manager to notify your delegates and co-location delegates, and this method is fired. For this we are setting up this method to register our listeners for the co-location manager. You can set here the accuracy and request authorizations, and you can also check the location is enabled or not. These are the location manager delegates. I have listed here only one delegate method, but there are some few methods additionally where you can check the when your location update is failed, or change in the region, and you can check in the library superclass. And these are the delegate method, the map view. Yes, once map you get the your current location, we will set it into the center, so whenever you have your location, your map will show your location in the center of the map. So that's what we are doing. You can check here we have setting the London in the England. This delegate is not working. Build again, and they should be back now. We have configure co-location manager in our, I think keys are, these are the key that I uh, for that I was talking about before. You need to edit these keys in your app delegate, and this code will be also available in your in our the GitHub account, and I will post link for GitHub account for this video in description below in this video. Adding authorization key in the info plist is very important part of our tutorial. Otherwise, we are not able to get the current location and move the uh, map to the center for your location. So in most of the application, if you have observed, when you install application first time and open the application, then you application ask you to uh, allow the to access your locations. Same we have doing here. You can check here. If we don't allow, you never got the location from GPS, and if you allow, then yeah, it will get your location. This method you can check here in the our info list, but you can check here. Now your map is moved to the London. Now we are going to the our other location, Moscow, and you can check your keys in our info list. Now this is another location. I will show you in the side by side. So just arranging my screen, my Xcode window and simulator. So you can also check the logs what I get here. Yes, London again. Just you can show in my log console coordinates for the each locations. Yes, this will be printed in the uh, log console. Check here. You can check here. Now we are receiving our coordinates in the delegate method and printing into the our logs. If you are worried about why the co-locations delegate are not fired, uh, sometimes it's happened in the indoor positions. In my case, I am in the indoor location where the cell phone networks and other networks uh, never comes to my hardware and the physical device in my room. So, and also I'm testing this on the simulator. So these methods are not fired. Once whenever you are testing this application, this demo, this code on your physical device on outside, and this method will be fired, and this method will be work properly. So in my case, I am in the indoor and working on the simulator, so this method is not working for me. It's a very general and basic and happens sometimes with the co-location. If you are not getting your the co-location your location from the your physical your device, co-location will not fire this method. And also as I told you already, we have another method for the co-location that notify you if you are failed to get the location. That will notify you, and you can do something with the if you have you are not getting location from the co-locations in that method. In our case, in this code, we have only using the co-location did receive did update locations, and this is not able to get location in the indoor conditions, so this method is not working. If I added here another delegated method for the error to receive the error messages, that would be uh, fire. Yes, uh, it's a step in that I want to show you how we can add the GPS file. GPX file means our custom testing location. You can check here. uh, I have added here command plus n means add a new file. So where you can see a dialog box where you can find the all kinds of resources provided from the Xcode, and where you can also check the GPX file. In the GPX file you can add your coordinates there. In this case you can check here, Xcode provides some default location like I am from India, so it's providing the Indian location like Mumbai, and some other location for London, China, Japan. So these are the popular locations that already provided by the Xcode. But if you want your home location, your office location, and your uh, any special location for testing, your custom location, you can add your GPX file. And if you want to more than one location, one custom location, then you need to add a array in your GPX file for the locations for your custom locations. So I'm recommending you should test your this code on your physical device, and also you can check on the simulator, and simulator is a very good place to uh, test the iOS applications on your mobile. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel and share this video so that the other beginners and the developers can utilize this uh, tutorial. And stay tuned with me for the advanced learning with the Swift and other advanced feature in iOS. And I will also add the another video for the MK map view with the MBVM, like for the model view model architecture. This is very important architecture after the MBC in iOS. So stay tuned with me, and I will post another video for the MBVM. And for my other videos, please check my channel and do my videos, and like and subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos and upcoming updates. In our next video we will also add the custom objects, overlays and circles and geometries on the our map view. So thanks for the watching this video. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope you are enjoyed this video. Thank you. I'm just deleting it. Thank you. Goodbye.